we're going to, with number 2, deal with mean 1, mu 1, which is 430, and mu 2, which is 400. And when you are given a standard deviation like this, 35 megapascals, this means that what don't we use? Do we use a normal distribution or t distribution? What does this tell me if I know the standard deviation? What don't I use? No t-test. When you are given the standard deviation, write yourself a note. That helps a lot. Then, what we're going to do is they're saying here is that given the type 1 error is 0.0851 and the type 2 error is 0.115, find the value of k and n. So we've got a little bit of a challenge here. The challenge is that originally x bar is the normal distribution of 430, comma, what is that? Sigma? Over square root of n. Nope. Just n. Okay? That's what we start with. Now, on a picture, type 1 error, as I understand it, is the error in this part of the tail. This is going to be, what do they call it? False. What? False positive, isn't it?
No, one of the false positive, the other the false negative.
That's right, and I think this one's the false positive. Or false negative, I mean. Yep.
What was the added 430 comma standard deviation over
This just shows you have a normal distribution, and it's a sample. So that it really doesn't do anything, but you will be able to use your normal distribution for it. Now, when we do the type error, what you're going to do is that your value for Z1 is going to be 430 minus K. Oh, I got it backwards. K minus 430 over an unknown, well, no, we know sigma. That was 35, but this is going to be over the square root of n.
Wouldn't the other one square root of n too? Like by adding?
I think this was squared.
Oh.
Yep. Thank you. And then the other one is Z2 is equal to K minus 400 over 35 over the square root of n. So this is the mean for the type 1 error. And this is the mean for the type 2 error. All right, so now we're going to, for the only part that's challenging beyond this part is that when you pick this, they gave us some percentages. If you're given a percentage, how do you get the z value? What do you put that percentage into in your calculator? Very good. Inverse norm. You learned that last year, maybe. And when we're doing this, we're going to get a z value. Okay? Now, this first one, no problem. Easy. This is not happy with me today. I don't know what. All right, so For this one, we have this region here, and we want to find this Z1 right here. Okay, to do that, you go inverse norm of 0.0851. Would you do me a favor and find out what that is? And I'll tell you if you're right. Did you get negative 1.371? 2 actually?
Where is the English vertex for
You go to distribution in your calculator. All right, next. I'll give you a chance to talk about it in just a moment. Let me finish this. So then, for this one, here's the graph. This is the region you're looking at for type 2. There's my Z2. Now, you got to be careful. The percentage, I want to know what inverse norm you're going to do for this one. Because the percentage they gave was 0.115. That's the error. From here out is 0.115. So what do I put in here to get this Z? It's got to be 1 minus 0.115. Otherwise, you're going to be picking the wrong Z value. It'll be negative when it should be positive. And that one turns out to be what? What did you get for that one? 1.2004. Yep. All right. So now you're about a half done. Now you're half done. Now you have these numbers, and if you multiply this, you're going to get negative 1.372 times 35 over the square root of n is equal to k minus 430. Over here, you're going to get 1.200 times 35 over the square root of n, and that's going to be equal to k minus 400. Now what you want to do is you want to solve for either k or 35 over the square root of n. Which one do you want to do? What do you want to eliminate? Yeah, why not? Love it. Do it. So this is going to be negative 430 plus 400 is negative 30. On this side, you're going to get negative 2.572 times 35 over the square root of n, and you should be able to solve for n. Okay, so we're going to get negative 2.572 times 35 over negative 30 is equal to the square root of n. So that'll take care of that. And if you square it, you'll get, tell me what you get for n. Can't wait to see what you get. It's 9. Great. Once you know what that is, now put that into your calculator, into the other function, and figure out what k is. So it was negative 1.2 times 35 over the square root of 9, which is just 3, is equal to, this was plus, k minus 400. Is that right? Make sure my signs are correct. And you should be able to get what? that looks good. So this is, what'd you get for this one? $400 and what? Yep. There it is.